Oh, look, when's the last time you actually watched a TV series?
I just finished Friends.
Really, you watched the whole series on your own without
Yeah, I
watching it
watched the
back.
whole... What?
That's
But
interesting.
I
yeah,
can attest to that. I think he did say something about Friends, maybe.
No, we're not
I
asking if you
did.
have friends, Alok. We're asking if you've seen Friends.
I've seen Friends all 10 seasons.
Alright, let's just get on with the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Fantasy and Friends show. Today we're talking about fantasy baseball. We'll talk about Master of None Season 2 toward the end. I'm your host, Daniel, and we returned our second host, Alok.
Hi.
And this week we have a new host, Jake.
Hello, everyone.
Alright, just watch for the changes and try to keep up. Bonus points if you get that reference. So we'll start by looking at the matches from the previous week. Obviously, a big closer went down, and we're all just chatting. Alok, do you have anything specific with that?
They just said, all I know is Ryan Cashman said that he'd be out for 2 weeks. I guess Dylan Betances will come in, play the closer role, but he sort of had trouble with that in the past, so we'll see what happens in the future. But it'll
Um,
only be 2 weeks, and you could see that people are being reactive to this because Dylan Betances went up in ownership by 8% lately. But yeah,
yeah, and one guy people are replacing him with is Corey Knebel on the Brewers. Jake, anything specific with that? I know you picked him up in our league.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting story. To begin with, he was a pretty solid middle reliever. He is, believe it or not, my most effective pitcher out of anyone. And they went and made him a closer, at least for the time being. So that's gonna prove pretty good for everybody who owns him. Um, and reflecting that, his percent owned did go up by 26%, which is that was a 200% increase, just about. So people are seeing that this guy's the real deal. Sub one ERA for the season.
Yeah, he's actually second in relievers and strikeouts this season. Obviously, only to Chris Davinsky, but it's
And
because he's thrown a million innings. Uh,
and bear in mind that's he's been a middle reliever all year. He's only been a closer for
Well, I think
about
he's been a
a few
setup guy.
days.
I think he's been a setup guy. And I don't see it. There's nobody else
Yeah.
in this bullpen anyway, so he's not going to lose his job. So this may be, someone who you may want to hold on to the rest of the season. I'm going to throw a young name you guys may remember from last year, Jose Barrios,
oh that dude.
Sure.
who's giving up runs like crazy last year. Although you recognize the name.
Yeah, I remember you picked him up and then you dropped him subsequently.
Yeah, well, he was really bad last year. He actually has a track
Yeah.
record of struggling in that initial step as he's moved up between levels, between Double A, Triple A in the majors. He's always kind of struggled right off the bat, but then he always finds a way to adjust. Is this a guy that we're looking forward to using for the rest of the season?
And I guess I feel like he could do better this season, considering he did a lot better in AAA earlier this year than he has really like ever, with a 1.13 ERA. Um, but so far, I mean, he's only had one start. It's kind of hard to say at this point, though. It was a pretty solid start.
Jake, anything on that?
Not particularly.
All right. I'm gonna throw a few
Yeah.
names at you guys, and you guys can just give me a yes or a no. All right. Ivan Nova.
Yeah, he's the best. He's number one pitcher ever.
Uh,
I'll
yeah.
give you a solid maybe.
Why maybe?
I honestly have no idea.
Neither strong nor weak for him. The problem that I'm seeing now in the past uh, 3 games, he's given up 16 hits. Any reason
I
for concern
mean,
there?
I mean, I'm not sure. I feel like that could just be, um, what's the word? Just like a
A
unlucky,
fluke.
a fluke. That's there we go. Cause I mean, like, yeah, he had like he's given up a lot of hits in the past 3 games, but they were all away games. And before that, he's been pretty solid for even longer. Um, I don't see it as too much of a concern for now. At least it's only been 3 starts, um, and he still has like um, when you look up his numbers, his ground ball rate is still like 49.1%. I mean,
Well, I mean, this is a guy
I
that
feel like it
doesn't
would be
walk
fine.
enough. The only way you're going to score runs on him is getting hits, obviously.
Right. So I don't think it should be too much of a concern for now. Maybe if this keeps up for like 2 more starts or so, then I might be concerned. But as of right now, I feel like it's a bit too early to call.
All right, what about Wade Miley?
You want a yes or no
Yeah, sure, I'll take a yes or a no on Wade Miley. On Wade Miley.
for the upcoming start here? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, you're saying the upcoming.
For the rest of the season, I know Wade Miley is a pretty shaky pitcher altogether. He's obviously been having. He walks everyone. He's just not very good. He's obviously had a pretty strong start here with a 3.02 ERA. Then again, he's got a 1.5 WHIP this year, so it's not all good. It's a little bit luck there. But I think for what he is, which was just a quick replacement, I think he's doing the job okay. But that would be a no for the rest of the season.
So you're going to use him at Toronto on Sunday, or versus Toronto.
I am going to use him versus Toronto, yes. I know he's been up and down, but I mean, altogether he's been a pretty decent pitcher. Any comments on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say no too. I mean, the walk rate's really high.
You're saying no for Toronto?
Yeah,
Or
no, I'm saying no for the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, walk rate's absurdly high. There's a lot of luck here. His strand rate's like 87.7%. FIP 4.41. Yeah, I don't see this going anywhere. Sorry, Wade. That's alright.
Okay,
Maybe later. Just be better.
all right, J.C. Ramirez, who's a converted reliever and now has a chance at starting for the Angels. Do we even know who this is?
I do not know who this is.
I don't either. Looking him up as we speak.
So
he is the second Ramirez that comes up under the pitcher's list.
So he had a
That's
3-game stretch where he had 9 strikeouts, then 7 strikeouts, and then 9. And one of those games was Houston, one of those games was Texas.
Oh, that's pretty good.
However, the wheels seem to have come off in the past few outings. It's 2-4-2 for strikeouts. But is there anything long term that we see? I mean, he's thrown plenty. He's thrown 7 innings 3 times, so he seems to be pretty good in terms of the conversion to a starter from a reliever. He has Tampa Bay on Monday. Are you using him there?
Wait, do I have him?
No,
I don't.
He's free agent in our league.
Okay. I guess if he's against like a fairly weak opponent, I can go for him. I mean, a 3.97 ERA.
Well, it's not counting. I mean, that's including his relief out.
What does that make it better?
I don't know. I mean, he's been a different pitcher as a starter.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would still use him for streaming, like spot start purposes, maybe not long term. I mean, he seems like he could potentially be like the game manager type, because like his K9's like a 7.36, that's fine, but and his walk rate's like alright, 2.27, but so he's obviously not like a powerhouse strikeout kind of guy. If he could manage the game better, then he seems like he could be a better option. But like as of right now, I don't think so. I mean, I don't see anything just like particularly outstanding about him.
I'm going to say no as well.
All right, let's look at next week. So we have Matt Cain at St. Louis.
Ugh.
Why decide?
Why are you even talking about this?
Because Matt Cain actually looks pretty good this year. So he had one bad outing where he gave up 9 runs. Other than that, and then another outing where he gave up 4 runs in his first start. Other than that, he's given up 2 runs or less in all those other outings.
Matt Cain.
So, I mean, obviously, taking away the 9-run outing, he's been pretty serviceable.
Yeah, that does look pretty decent.
Let me look him up.
I
mean, I suppose that that one outing is pretty much killing his stats, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the one outing, he had 6 walks, 10 hits. If you take that away, he's got less than 2 runs in all his other outings, other than that first start, which was against the powerhouse San Diego Padres. But we'll get it past there. I mean, obviously, this is a guy that has a big history of being a pretty good Cy Young candidate for a while. Then got derailed by injuries. Is he back? All right, give me on a scale of 1 to 10 on confidence in starting him against Seattle on Sunday. What do you have?
On Seattle.
Against Seattle. Oh, sorry, St. Louis.
St. Louis. Are you just using this for opinions for spot starting game?
No, I'm really not. I'm not picking him up. I mean, I don't have any room for him.
We get it.
Don't pick up Ken.
Don't pick up Ken. So you're at like 1.
I'm at no, I wouldn't say I'm at 1. I'm at like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's like back to what he
No,
was.
no, of course not.
If he throws another good game.
If there's another
in
good
that
game,
ballpark, it's something to watch.
Well, look, yeah, you're right, but it's just that one horrible start was it was only 2 starts ago. I just don't think you can be confident that that's not going to happen again.
That was also in Cincinnati, so it's a pretty big hitter's park. So
he also hasn't really. I mean, I guess one thing is he hasn't gone deep into games a lot.
That's true.
He's gone past.
Yeah, he's got 5 innings, 6 innings.
Yeah, and
well,
if he
also
got
like
a lot,
80 years old.
and
he's only he's only 32, believe it or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, he's also had injury problems. All right, Amir Garrett against Colorado.
In Colorado or
no.
Yeah. In New York.
Oh, versus
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Sorry.
Amir Garrett.
How do you spell Garrett?
It's on the.
Oh,
Google.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
But it's
2
2
T's.
R's, 2 T's.
So this is another guy who's had conveniently, one 9-run game. Other than that, he's given up basically 2 runs every outing, except for that first one he gave up none. A rookie pitcher. He's never been like a huge prospect. It looks like he's not really a strikeout pitcher either, but he could be a serviceable fill-in. He actually is pitching today against Cubs.
The Cubbies. Oh, he's pitching as we speak.
Yeah,
he's gotten 1 out.
Yeah. So you already have 1 out. Is that what's your confidence 1 to 10?
Well,
he's throwing a perfect game.
Yeah, right.
That is accurate.
Game.
Although, at that rate, you two both just jinxed it, so I'm going to say no on him.
No on Amir Garrett.
Because he just got his perfect game jinxed now 3 times.
That's true. And the fact that you keep saying that means it's jinxing it even more. All right, let's move on to Jose Quintana.
There is no such thing as a jinx.
Yeah, let's do Jose Quintana.
He's going to lose.
Probably a top 25 pitcher coming into the season and has looked pretty bad.
Yeah, Jose Quintana,
I
little bit of a disappointment.
Is he just trying to stay on the White Sox? Is that it?
I think that could be it, to be honest. I mean, this is a guy that's never been, I mean, he's never been outstanding, but he's always a very consistent pitcher. Uh,
I'm looking at it now.
but
He's
then, as
not really
you could,
getting BABIP. His BABIP is actually right in line with his career. His strand rate's a little. I mean, actually, it's pretty much in line with his career rate.
his walks are
His walks are
seems to be
almost
a
double
little
from last year.
high.
That's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. His home run to fly ball rate's the same. Everything else, everything looks the same except for the walks, which are doubled.
Let me see if
And
there's
just
anything
this past outing
else.
against San Diego, he walked 4 guys. Are you concerned using him tomorrow in Seattle? Jake.
I would say yes. I'm pretty concerned. But I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, I think
Just
he's
gonna
gotta
stick with
start.
my gut.
Right.
I think you got to start him. I think he's got the reputation being a solid pitcher, and you can't start doubting him just because of a few starts here. If he brings the walk rate down, he's going to be fine, just like last year.
Yeah, it feels
Just like most of last year, I should say.
it feels like the walk rate is the biggest thing. Like I'm looking at his batted ball stuff too, and it seems all like the same
No,
as
that's what I'm
last
saying.
year.
Yeah, everything's the same. BABIP, everything's the same.
Yep.
Except for the walks.
Strikeout rate's actually a little bit up.
Well,
That's
not,
true.
not too much up, I would.
Not too much, but it's still that's still his major league high.
Yeah, this has never
That's
been a huge
true.
strikeout guy either. You're never like, wow, who's in Quintana got me. This is not Chris
Feel like-
Sale, you know.
Well,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah. Though I guess the increase in walk rate overcompensates for the
Yeah,
increase in
obviously, yeah.
K9. Yeah.
All right, anything else
Um,
you guys want looking forward to for this weekend?
This weekend. I picked up Nate Carnes
Yeah, I think
for
we
a spot
accidentally
start.
picked him. Let's talk about Nate Carnes then.
Just for a spot start though.
So you're not
But
planning on holding on to him.
Long term, I feel like I might. I mean, his K9 is up by a strikeout, and his walk rate's just about halved. His ERA is a little bloated right now, but I think a contributing factor to that is his home run to fly ball rate is double what it normally is. Like over the past 2 seasons, it's been 12.8% and 11.5%, but right now it's at 22.9. And if you look at the adjusted stat, his XFIP is like a 3.24, which isn't bad. It's pretty good. So, I mean,
He feels like this year is Robbie Ray, where he's going to have an ERA over 4, but he could get 200 strikeouts. So,
I mean,
yeah, he's someone to keep in mind, keep a watch.
well, let me look up Robbie Ray's stuff.
Well, Robbie Ray
Last
last
year.
year, I mean.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, I guess.
Robbie Ray had 218 strikeouts last year, but had a 4.90 ERA. That's hard to do.
This is pretty hard to do.
This guy's strikeouts,
I mean, for that-
strikeouts per 9, it's 11.3.
For that matter, you want to look at price?
We could look at price. I
David
guess
Price is
the
injured
diff-
this year now.
Oh, sure, but for last year, you're looking at high strikeouts, high ERA.
Yeah,
He'd be the
David
guy.
Price is the same thing.
Michael
His,
Pineda
He's
last
always
year.
been kind of that. He's always had a high 3s ERA.
Well, never that bad.
399.
Yeah, 3.99 is pretty-
399, and remember how much that came down in the last month.
Well, his strikeout rate was down last year from the previous
by
year. At
much.
least it was 8.9. The previous year was 10.5.
No, previous year
Or
was
I'm sorry,
9.91.
9.2. I'm looking at just his Toronto data. 9.2. The previous year was 9.8.
It's a little down, I
Previous
guess.
year was 7.3. I mean, it's a 3-year decline though. Obviously, he's injured right
Yeah.
now, but yeah, it's the same kind of deal where he's gonna give you 200 strikeouts, but he's gonna have an
And
ERA
going-
of 4.
Going back to the Robbie Ray comparison, I guess the difference between Nate Carnes and Robbie Ray was like Robbie Ray. I mean, he pitches at Chase Field.
Yeah, well,
but, like,
Nick Carnes
also-
has the AL though, so
I guess, but like, what I was trying to get at was like Robbie Ray's home run to fly ball rate was like, I guess the year before it was like a lot lower, but before that, I mean, his home run fly ball rate was 15.5%. And I guess there isn't, I guess it seems to have varied a lot in his past. I mean, it's been like 11.6,
Well,
7.3.
he's only been a starter for a couple of years. So.
Yeah, I feel like Nate Carnes might be able to pull that down to like his career norm of like close to 10%.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Anybody have any desire to talk about Matt Moore?
Matt
Or
Moore.
is that just
He was
a
asking
lost
because
cause
wanting
at this
to
point?
drop him.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty garbage.
He's inconsistent. I mean, he just gave up one run in seven and a third to Cincinnati, but then he could give up 9 runs to St. Louis tomorrow.
Yes, he
Yeah,
could.
I mean his home road splits. He got 2.57.
His home
ERA
run splits are
at home.
horrible.
And you know, and he's
His,
got 2.17 ERA on the road. Oh no, wait, that's his WHIP on the road. He's got 10.50 strikeout per night. Oh no, that's his ERA on the road. Yeah, it's he looks like just a matchups guy. I wouldn't hold on to him long term. There's better guys out there.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
You're better off.
I
I mean,
guess.
I'll look at our waiver wire right now. Matt Andrees is usable. Dan Strelly when he's healthy. Yeah, there's not much out there. I mean, Matt Cain. Let's talk about him. J.C. Ramirez. Zach Wheeler. There's guys out there that I feel like that are a little more consistent. But if you want to just hold on to him and play matchups on a weekly basis, if he's got a home start, I would definitely have him in there though.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I guess that's just my sentiments too.
All right, then we'll move on to Masters and None Season 2. So this came out this past Friday. Jake's seen about half the season. I've seen the whole season. Alok doesn't watch TV.
I watched some.
So the first thing that you kind of see in the first 2 episodes is Italy. What do you think about the Italy episodes?
I honestly thought that was it was a very cool change of pace for a show that's been completely centered in New York. When they go, I don't know for certain, but I assume they did shooting on site. Is that accurate?
I have no idea.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and say they did. So you got the combination of beautiful visuals. You got some fresh characters.
Yeah, I like Mario.
Good characters, by the way.
The
Mario was great, and Francesca I like as well.
Yeah. Francesca.
Frankly, all of them. I like all of them. Tile guy.
Yeah, they were all pretty good. I kind of got a little tired of it toward the end of the second episode, but luckily we actually went back to New York after that. So.
Then what I also liked about the Italy episodes, we got a little bit of Arnold character depth. That's something we hadn't really seen before, aside from maybe the episode with his grandfather. But I thought that was a nice change of pace for the show.
This show tends to
get more in depth with him.
This show tends to kind of just throw a side character in on a random episode and give you a bunch of depth with it, and then you won't see them for.
Or not even a side character.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes it just throws in random non-characters.
Well, yeah, that too.
You know what I mean?
It definitely it's a non-traditional comedy. It's not even. I mean, there definitely were more jokes, and I felt it was a bit funnier than the first season. I felt like they were trying more. Maybe not too much. I don't know. Though I did like both seasons pretty well. I thought this season was actually an improvement over the first season.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I really did like the first season. One of my favorite aspects of the show, obviously, is how real it is and how much it gets into like the real life of socializing and even career and stuff like that. It doesn't sugarcoat it like something like Friends would. So I thought they really depicted things well, like how much he was struggling with Rachel, for instance, when he was in Italy, struggling with the concept of talking to her.
Yeah.
I thought that was done very, very nicely.
And speaking of real things, I mean, the Thanksgiving episode I thought was the best one. The way they handle they do like a Boyhood style where they show you Denise's Thanksgivings. I think they do about like 7 or 8, right? They don't do all of them, but they show each.
Yeah, they did a bunch.
kind of
Yeah.
as they progress, as you kind of see her coming to her own sexuality, you see her mom kind of start to accept it. The grandmother's
Her
there just
aunt.
for comic relief, but uh,
Her family was. I liked her family as
I
well.
thought the
Didn't
acting
like
in
the
that
mother.
episode was great.
The
And
acting
again,
was
you
very
said
good.
random characters. They just throw you all these characters that
Basically, yeah, and you start to feel really connected.
and yet you still
You know, even to her family, you've never met them before. I thought they were all very good characters. I didn't like the mother personally,
Well, I felt like
but
she
the
was
aunt,
she was playing kind of the typical mother who's
she was
yeah typical like
basically the antagonist.
20th century mother who is kind of still figuring out how to deal with her having a child who was homosexual. You know, at the
Yeah,
time, obviously. I mean, they say it in the episode. She was thinking, what did I do wrong? You know,
right.
how did I screw up?
Then of course you had Denise that actually predicted that very effectively. She was saying that's the first thing that's going to come to her mind.
Yeah, it was what did you do wrong? And it was really it was just really nice to see them play that out. I thought that was also another funny episode. You had that one of her girlfriends with the Instagram account name.
Yeah, uh, Nipples and Toes
Yeah, Nibbles
23.
and Toes 23 or whatever.
Nipples and Toes 23.
I think that was it. And then of course Dev like keeps saying like, oh, what is it? You know, kept trying to get her to say it
Yeah,
just to piss off her mom. But that was great.
I honestly thought Dev was he took it a little bit too far in that episode. He just came across as a bit of an asshole.
Well, I think that was kind of
Um,
the point. I mean,
that was the point, but I don't think he took seriously. He didn't take the struggles that basically everybody else was having
no,
seriously
he
enough.
didn't. That was something I guess I didn't notice.
And Dev he's obviously the protagonist. He's supposed to be this relatable character. He's always been just friendly to everybody, basically sharing the common view of the viewers. But that episode would be an exception.
Also, I think it was
He,
also supposed to center on Denise's character in that episode. It wasn't really
yes.
about him in that case. He was just kind of
No,
there
it
because
wasn't. He was
it's his show.
right.
But
He was a side character in that case, but just some of the things he said and did.
yeah,
He
it
could
didn't
have.
bother me, but I could see how it could bother you, thinking back on it. And then any other episodes you want to talk about there? Just overall thoughts.
Nothing in particular. I just liked it so far. I'm only 5 episodes in, of course.
We could talk about the religion episode. I thought that was
Yeah,
also really
religion was
fun.
good. That was
This
that
this
was
is a show
interesting.
that's not afraid to talk about sexuality, religion, race, and everything. It'll just go for it.
Of course.
And obviously here you have Dev who loves to eat pork, and then his cousin's visiting, and he's kind of
He converts him
he almost converts him to not
to
follow what his parents would want him to follow. They go to that barbecue or whatever. That was also kind of pretty interesting.
that was a pretty interesting episode. And then you've got it. You know, it got gave you a good view of the spectrum of. You know, you had the really strict kind of conservative. More religious people like his mother, for instance, and his aunt and uncle. The more lenient ones like his father, and then obviously people that don't really care at all, like Dev himself.
Yeah, and actually, what's interesting is actually Dev's actual, well, Aziz Ansari's parents play Dev's parents,
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're great.
which is
I heard, I'm not sure where I heard this, but somebody was talking about them and how the father is. I think you can very clearly see this from the show, but the father is very, very into it, and he loves acting, and he very clearly has fun with it. And his mother is just kind of not into it at all. She's trying to shy away from the camera a little bit more.
yeah, but that almost plays
plays
into the
it.
character well too. So you almost don't mind that.
Yeah, that's true. That's accurate. But his dad is probably my favorite character in that entire show.
His dad is great. I mean, Mario's up there.
I mean, Mario's good too, obviously.
Arnold's fun. There's a lot of great characters in the show, but it is difficult to keep up sometimes. Plus, I mean, it's been over a year and a half that the first season came out, so I almost had to remember. Oh yeah, that's Rachel. I couldn't remember who's
Yeah.
who. It was a bit tough for me.
It was tough. But no, I mean, this was one of the more highly anticipated Netflix shows coming out. I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Otherwise, we'll wrap that up.
Alok, any CS?
All right.
Oh, look,
well,
fell
that's
asleep.
it.
All right. Yep.
Okay. Wait. I don't know.
Well,
Should I?
maybe we'll do that next week or something.
Okay. Sure.
Actually, maybe I'll go to a movie screen tonight. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. I don't know. We haven't planned
Okay.
out for next week yet. We don't want to oversaturate it with computer science. So,
There's no such thing as oversaturated with CS.
All right,
It's
that's the
always
show. If anyone else has anything
undersaturation.
else to talk about, speak now. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up. All right. Well, that's it.
I think I'm good.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with more fun stuff. Have a great day.